Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We got a bunch of 1984 Lincoln pennies here, the 1-cent coin from the United States, and they all look different and they all are different. We're going to talk about them. A lot of collectors bring up the 1984 Philadelphia penny as one of the most special era coins of all time, and that's the one they call the doubled ear version. One of the things we're going to talk about today is that it's not just a doubled ear, it's a doubled beard, it's a doubled bow tie. There's doubling throughout that coin. So if you're looking for the 1984 doubled ear and it's really flattened and like this, there's other places you can look on the coin to see if it's one of the doubled coins. Everybody always says, well, look at the ear, and see if there's a doubling in the ear. And you see on this one, there is a doubling in the ear. So this is going to be a pretty expensive one. This actually is from the Professional Coin Grading Service website, and you can see no doubt about that doubled ear there. But sometimes you get one that's a little bit worn. So what else can you look for? Well, it turns out there's also a doubling in the beard right here. See how this chin comes out here and then the beard comes out again down here with a line between, and then best of all, there's this doubling right here, and that's the doubling in the bow tie. So when you're looking for these, look for the bow tie, look for the beard or chin, and look for the ear. And if you get any of those three, you know you have that doubled coin. So let's take a look at these. If you're looking at a 1984 and it doesn't have a mint mark, that means it's from the Philadelphia Mint. If it has a D mint mark like this, it's from the Denver Mint. And if it has an S mint mark like this one, it's a specialty coin. It's what they call a proof coin from the San Francisco Mint. And you can see this is just, it's polished different, it looks different. You can't really get this one confused, the San Francisco Mint one, with any of the other ones. In 1984, they made 8 billion pennies at the Philadelphia Mint. They made over 5.5 billion at the Denver Mint. And they made another 3 million in special collections at the San Francisco Mint. You can get an extremely valuable regular coin out of any of these, and then you can also look for that $15,000 double die obverse, double beard, double ear, double bow tie one. If you don't get that one, you might still be able to get a pretty good Philadelphia one, because the Philadelphia coins have a mint state 69 red, which is a much redder version of this coin, like this color almost, without the shine on it, that's worth $9,000. They found 6 of those so far. So if you can get the Philly without any of the doubling, you still could be talking about thousands of dollars. Now, of course, on the back of these coins, this is called the Lincoln Memorial Cent. United States of America, 1 cent, e pluribus unum. And Lincoln way down there in the center of the Lincoln Memorial, sitting on the chair of Georgia marble. The back of these isn't known for any doubling, but there are some coins that do have problems with the back, and we'll show you one of them right now. And here's that coin listing on eBay. It's on eBay for $567, and it's very likely worth it because you just don't see these very much. This is a graded flip over double strike. You see the second strike 80% off center, and then you look down at this coin, you see that there's another piece of coin there, and so this coin, this is the regular 1984 penny, and this one down here is the double strike portion of that penny, and PCGS was able to grade it as a 1984 because of something they could see in there. And when you look through it, you can see the numbers all mushed up there, which is really cool. And then when you flip this side over, you see that actually when they talk about the flipped, it means this coin is facing a different way than this coin. Kind of a beauty, a fun one to get. If you ever do get one of these coins, get it graded, because that really adds to the value of it. And if you ever do want to buy one of these, buy a graded one, because you just don't know, unless an expert's looked at it, what really happened with the coin. You're not going to get one of those in your change, but still it's kind of fun to look at them. What about the Denver Mint? Are there any expensive ones there? It turns out that there are. A $15,000 Mint State 69 with the D here. So don't think just because it's from the Denver Mint, it can't be really valuable. We don't have a lot of error coins from the Denver Mint from 1984, but we do have some really valuable ones if they're in really good shape. And that brings us to the San Francisco Mint. Is there any value in the San Francisco Mint coins? Well, this coin by itself, just because it comes from a mint set, it's probably worth a couple bucks. And you can see this one has a film on it. It's kind of cloudy. Don't clean off the film because it takes away from the value if you clean that film off. There's a number of San Francisco coins out there that are a proof 70. So the grading for these is on a proof level. A proof 70 from the San Francisco Mint's worth about $300. So you can find some expensive ones, but there are not going to be many of them. And the base value is probably going to be somewhere around $2 to $5 for a San Francisco Mint coin. And again, you almost never find one of these in your regular change either because they come in these special sets, which makes it worth a lot more than a regular penny. There's one other thing you might find sometimes when you're looking for pennies and magnifying them up. So a lot of times with a penny, you don't really look at it unless you're looking for some special characteristic. You don't put it under a magnification or anything. But here's a penny here where they got the D at an angle. I don't know, can you, so let's magnify that up. So we magnified it up to try to look at it. And we see that the D is going almost tipped way to the right. And it's kind of a funny one. And I always keep those. So if you do find one with a D, see how this D is way back here and straight up and down. And this D here is, and the D on the bottom one is tipped way to the right. So once in a while you'll see these where it looks like there's something wrong with them, and that's because there is, because the mint mark goes on at a different time than the date, and sometimes the mint mark itself gets messed up. So I always look at the mint marks when I'm looking at the dates, and sometimes you get one like this, which is a little tippy. We call it a slanted D. All right, well, look for the double deer, double beard, double bow-tied coins out there, and some of those also have double lettering on them. And maybe you'll get lucky, or maybe it'll just be fun to look through every 1984 Philadelphia coin you have and see if maybe, just maybe, you have a valuable one. Thanks for watching DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Leave any comments you have in the comment section.